Years passed while the government kept on printing new currency rapidly to meet the immediate needs without taking into consideration the after effects that it could have in the long run. This was perhaps one of the most disastrous steps they could take that could ever affect human existence. Stay tuned to learn what we are speaking about and the resolution to this, which is right around the corner. Welcome back to another video on this channel. Today, we will be speaking about an interview that revealed a lot of things that could happen if things continue the manner they have been in the past many years. We will look into how Bitcoin could become the resolution to all of those issues and to what extent we will see them flourishing, or perhaps surviving, continuing the same trend. If you're new to this place, and if you want to stay up to date with all the crypto news, you need to like and subscribe. Don't miss anything. Be aware of bulls and bears in the future. Our job here is to ignite your thinking and help you escape into the wilderness to explore the world of cryptocurrencies. Comment below on what you think about Bitcoin being the life savior. Before we start off with this video, allow us to mention that we are not financial advisors. Anything being mentioned here is a part of an educational or entertainment video. We recommend all our viewers conduct their own due diligence or consult their financial advisors to ensure they do not end up making serious losses, destroying their financial portfolio. Having said that, let us dive straight into the video that we have for you today. According to an interview published on Forbes by Martin Leo Rivers, headed by the renewed hope, How Bitcoin and Green Energy Can Save Ethiopia's Economy, the situation in Ethiopia is unimaginable in terms of the excessive inflation and low salaries. It has been causing extreme issues for the local residents, out of which Salamawit Girma, a mother of 3, was interviewed to learn deeper about what is happening in the region. She expresses her concerns about the low salary which she receives each month, equivalent to just $91 each month. On the other hand, as the inflation charts go higher and higher, crossing the 20% mark in just a couple of years and 24.5% in June 2021, the situation demands great concern and a rectification action as swiftly as possible. Furthermore, the chances of having an even worse economic fallout are never too low to occur. With the wrath of COVID-19, the economy further destabilized, putting at risk the financial stability of tens and thousands of people like that of Mrs. Girma. She asserts her concern for the rising costs and the same income that she makes each month. As prices for all commodities, including that of the rent and commodities, increase, the worry that she has is about her having to move to the streets with her kids in the coming future. This could endanger her life, as Social Security is also a concern in the said region. The reliance on dollars is one other issue that the local residents fear greatly. Irrespective of the measures taken to fix the global situation at a domestic level, it seems to be going in vain since Ethiopia exists within a financial order that puts the US dollar at the top. This means that the dollars that will be available in Ethiopia rely solely on the US Federal Reserve. Now, the problem with them is that they will only take measures that could save the US financial issues and will not implement regulation for the benefit of Ethiopia. As this happened, there was a need for a system that will not be reliant on the global currency systems being followed to date, bringing into picture cryptocurrencies, a system that is completely decentralized and not in the control of the US Federal Reserve. The major problem that Ethiopia has is that it relies on the economic policies of another country that is not at all obligated to regulate itself, taking them into consideration. A lot of the instabilities can be owed to the same. Despite having options, the reliance on dollars seems to have taken over the entire financial system and, therefore, took a major toll on them. As a matter of fact, the GDP of Ethiopia is growing 4 times slower than that of the inflation rate. This line is enough to explain the financial conditions of Ethiopia in the past couple of years. The only way that the Ethiopian government has is to decrease its reliance on the dollar. Otherwise, waiting for the US Federal Reserve to make a policy that could help the systems in Ethiopia would be too much to expect from the American government as well. The best alternative that the Ethiopian government has is to rely on something that is not dependent on anything. Building their own financial system will call for a lot of delays and even a few roadblocks, which may become intolerable for the citizens given that they already are in a very bad state. Bitcoin, an already flourishing system, a stable currency to say so, could be the best alternative. The best example for a government that accepted Bitcoin as its official currency is El Salvador. Having proved that it is possible already leaves no doubt about the practicality of the entire idea. Even though it could be a bit scary in the initial times, the chances are that with a stable implementation, we could retrieve a lot out of the same. As a matter of fact, this decision has been taken to an experiment by the Project Mano to check if something that doesn't or may not grow over time could fit the requirements they have in the economy. There are 3 phases in Project Mano. This includes mining, holding, and linking Bitcoin to the birr, that is the native currency of Ethiopia. The reliance in this case is on Bitcoin, which is dependent on the community. Compared to the previous system that they had, chances of progress are much higher in this. If Bitcoin stands by the growth trend and continues to develop in a stable manner, we may possibly be able to see some major developments in the economy of Ethiopia. The first phase has been designed majorly to create stability. Mining is one process that has comparatively lesser risk than that of the other 2 phases. This could help in bringing in the initial stability that may be required to ensure progress and to make this move look less like a gamble. Controversies against Bitcoin have also been common, with questions being raised against its efficiency and the environmental costs that it could have. Ethiopia is safe in that manner. With the abundance of natural renewable sources of energy, 90% of the electricity that is required could be harvested through the hydroelectric power units located domestically. Apart from the hydroelectric power units, wind and solar energy constitute the rest of the demand. This will be a very efficient use of Bitcoin and, therefore, has the potential to bring forth a lot of profits for the state as a whole in the coming times. This capacity is being expanded to cross the 25,000 megawatt by 2037. Such an increase will suffice all electricity requirements for Bitcoin. Out of the said electricity production, 6,500 megawatts will be coming from a flagship project called the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, or GERD, located near the Blue Nile River. Another major potential is that the total potential that renewable resources have is as high as 60,000 megawatts. This will also expand the opportunity for the residents in Ethiopia, as just over 48% right now have access to electricity. Overall growth from all perspectives is a potential with the introduction of Bitcoin in Ethiopia. On top of all of this, another major source of income that they could have is through the export of electricity to places like Sudan and Djibouti. As a matter of fact, Ethiopia was paid over $66 million in 2019 for the same. This could also become one of the major sources of income for the country that could pull it out of the trouble that it is in at the moment. The development that they will have to make currently is majorly in the electrical infrastructure of the country. This development could mean a lot for the entire future of Ethiopia. Bitcoin could be one of the providers to the same. Even in the case any extra energy is being produced, it could be used to keep mining Bitcoin, generating additional revenue for the state or the people mining it. Based on the numbers that we have already, just 5% of the GERD's energy could supplement the mining of over 2,100 BTC per year. This number is extremely high and could mean a lot of profit for the Ethiopian government and for the residents there. The returns here range all the way to $70 million just through the mining of Bitcoin. The cost they have to build the required infrastructure would be somewhere under $1.7 billion. This is the cost required to export the energy to the other countries in need. However, things will certainly not be as smooth as we would expect them to be. There have been certain controversies created by Egypt and Sudan being in the downstream locations. The dam was feared to make a negative impact on the water availability in the said countries. This tension may need a resolution before proceeding with any further steps. So there you have it. And with that, we have come to the end of our video. We hope you enjoyed the video and let us know in the comments how much your crypto will be worth next year. Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See you tomorrow at How to Crypto with more crypto updates.